We're live. What's happening? Happy Sunday, people. First and foremost, sending you all good health and happiness. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend as it's coming to the end. And as always, my name's Jay. This is What West Ham channel? That West Ham channel. Please subscribe to the channel and tell all your friends and everyone else about it. Let's get this channel up, shall we? Shout out to my co-hosts on this wonderful channel. Shout out to Louis, shout out to Sam, shout out to Kez, and shout out to all West Ham fans. So, West Ham Everton. Let's go through some statistics first and foremost before we even get into what I thought of the game. So, possession. Everton 54.2%, West Ham 45.8%. So they had more of the ball than us. Shots, 13 shots to our 9, 5 of theirs on target, 4 of ours on target. Big chances created. Everton 1, West Ham 0. Passes, Everton 493, West Ham 430. Touches in opponent's box, Everton 28, West Ham 24. Corners, Everton 6, West Ham 5. In fact, the only thing we beat them on, clearances, Everton 28, West Ham 37, which shows you who was under the cosh more. Let's get rid of them for now. I don't even want to look at them. So I'm interested. By the way, people, there's a number going across the bottom. If you want to leave a message or call in, please feel free to. Is that someone? Let's just get that out of the way. Let's make sure it's on the right one. There we go. Let's make sure that there's 2 WhatsApps on my phone. Oh, yeah, fucking well. Hello, Amos Mikey. Amos Mikey, talk to me, bruv. Talk to me. Like, is it me or are we getting worse going forward? That's the wrong one. Let's put this. Before I make it, so I was fuming yesterday. I personally think it was crap. It was crap. I think it was the wrong lineup again, yet again. I didn't see a style of play yesterday. I've watched quite a few reaction videos since yesterday because I'm thinking, am I a flip-flop? Am I just turning into one giant flip-flop? I am trying to just, let me get the comments up on screen. Sorry, people. Let's get the comments up. Afternoon, Amos Mikey. Fuck Potter. Afternoon. Hello, Frog in the Well. Hello, Michael. UKH262. If you ain't subscribed, please subscribe, mate. Defense is still poor. The thing is, Michael, I was just saying, I've tried to watch as many reaction videos prior to doing the video because I'm thinking, Jay, you know what your ego's like try and, rein it in, have a look. Did I only see it from a negative perspective? And I'm a bit disillusioned from, some people are saying it was an okay performance. I thought it was shit. Oh, right. That's my Kez. That's my first and only swear word. I promise you. I thought it was shocking. I thought our whole display was absolutely shocking. Yeah, there was a couple of This is what's doing my head in as well. When it's like I said this months ago when Hoolan was in charge. I can't take mediocrity. I don't think we should be accepting mediocrity. I don't think, regardless of who's in charge of our club at the minute, the players we've got, we're not a mediocre team. If we're playing to the strengths with the right formation, I still believe that we are better we're definitely better than 16th. Are we better than 16th this season on current performance? Absolutely not. No, I don't think that at all. But as a squad of players, if you look at the squad of players from the start of the season, I think on paper, and yeah, I know on paper is nothing, but just bear with me. On paper, we're better than what we are. Now, if you look at the statistics again since Potter's taken over, and right up until up to date, including our last match against Everton, we're still rock bottom when it comes to progressive. What I say are progressive statistics going forward: attack, expected goals. We're rock bottom. We're below everyone else in the league. And watching that game yesterday, not one big chance created yet again. Not one big chance in a 90-minute game of football. That's terrible. That is absolutely terrible. Afternoon, Kez. I want to be led by a chat today, people. I'm going to give my my take on the game from yesterday. Lineup again, I think is crap. Right now, I'm sticking to this. I can't change. Right. When we played Thomas Souček, and yeah, do you know what? He scored. Great goal. Great first touch. Great spin. Great finish. Like, it was all composed. It didn't look like any of that he didn't mean. Right. Which is why he's such a frigging contradiction and so frustrating to watch, because did you see some of the passes that he did throughout the game where he just absolutely, shocking. Like, whether it be composure, whether it be lack of ability or whatever. But my point is, when you're playing JWP and Souček in the middle of the midfield, yet again, what you're doing is you're saying to the opposition, right, you can play through us. And again, our midfield was non-existent. I watched someone talking about how Thomas Souček was man of the match. For what? Up until he scored, because he played better, he was just about to get subbed, Souček, right? Up until he scored, what did Souček do? Up until he scored. Name me one memorable thing that you saw Souček do. Link up play, transition, even a crunching tackle. Like, what did he do prior to scoring a goal? Right? And for me, and it wasn't just Souček, by the way. I'm starting with Souček, but JWP as well. JWP, again, yesterday, when he got a little bit of time, he pinged a couple of good passes. But throughout the course of a game, you want to be talking about your centre midfield pairing, if it is going to be a pairing, of being involved in quite a lot. Like I said, from yesterday, please tell me what Souček and JWP were involved in throughout that game as being the hub, the driving force of the pitch. Getting a whole lot worse, mate. Half this fan base still, Potter championship level manager trying to turn us into a championship team ready for the championship after next term. Right. My concern at the moment is sticking with the Potter thing, and I will go through other people's comments. And please, people, any of your comments on yesterday's game, did anyone see yesterday as a positive? Because I'm happy to be challenged on this. Because it's what I mean. I'm getting back to that stage again where I'm going into the West Ham game, just like against Hoolan, thinking he's not going to play that same lineup again, is he? Like, as in that midfield, which he has done yet again. Not once have we dominated the midfield since he's been playing that midfield either. Not once. Yeah, we got a good win against Arsenal. We didn't win it in midfield, though. We got a good win against Arsenal. That was counter-attacking football, by the way. Nothing to do with the middle. I wouldn't say I can't swear. We crap-housed a win against Leicester. We didn't. It was just a crap game of football that we was just a little bit less crap than the other lot, and we won that. Then Newcastle. That, for me, that was a good display of where we are currently with that formation. They just took us to pieces, and we was playing an under-par Newcastle team, and yet they still was able to walk through our midfield. We couldn't put up a fight because we've got no transition through midfield. None. Zero. Zilch. Which is, in this day and age, with a, bearing in mind as well, sticking this at Potter's door, what Potter's told us he's planning is that progressive possession-based progressive football. I've not seen that once since Potter's been in charge. Not once. We're still peeing around at the back with a ball as well yesterday. There weren't no good playing out from the back. We're doing we was doing a hoof thing again a lot of the time. Maybe not as much as against Newcastle. Still doing the hoof thing. We'll get on to Ferguson in a minute. Let me go back to chat for a minute though. See what else we've got in chat. Anyone else got? I'd like Pickford at West. Do you know what? I'd take Pickford at West Ham. Areola and Fabi just not good enough. Absolutely not good enough anymore. With distribution, great shot stoppers, but distribution, absolutely no. Afternoon Frog. Souček, last 20 minutes for me. Yep, again. This is the thing with the Souček. Kudus has had a decent game, back defending as well, but fans were calling him shit and all sorts. Never call out Jedward. Yeah, the thing with Kudus, again, it's nice to see him battling back, but that's not his game. Why is he battling back? Because we ain't got a midfield that can win battles. We ain't. So we've got our most attacking players, because it weren't just Kudus. Bowen had done quite a bit of defensive work yesterday as well. It weren't just Kudus. Again, we've got our most attacking players. Our front two that we're talking about all the great defensive work they've done. Can we not see the glaring, obvious problem here? The centre of the park. Souček, I'm going to go back to as the number one problem. With Souček, the type of player he is, which he is good at, is not consistent with fluid, possession-based attacking football. Not in the slightest. There is no correlation between Souček and that. Put him then with JWP in the middle of the park. That is totally disjointed, because it's not as if them. Do you remember when Soler and Paqueta, it was quite a few games back, they played centre midfield together? And what did we see for the first time? I can't remember when, but a centre midfield pairing where they was just doing little 5-yard passes, even less, and one would move just a touch to open up the space for another return, like 1-2 pass, and then put a ball forwards. Yeah, because they're ball playing midfielders. With JWP and Souček in the middle of the park, you've got no pace, you've got no dynamism, you've got no guile, you've got no craft. If JWP gets the ball and he's got time, yeah, he can put a ball through, he can put a ball over the top, or he can slide a ball through. But again, yesterday, how many sideways passes was we seeing? Because there's no combination in the middle. There is absolutely nothing there. And the fact that David Moyes, Julian Lopetegui, and now Graham Potter are still sticking with pretty much Thomas Souček as the first name on the team sheet. Do we not see that we're never going to change our style of football if that is how we're lining up in the centre of the park? Now, I'm not digging out Souček. It's just a fact. I'm not even frustrated anymore. I just see it as, right, I was talking to, shout out to Paolo. We've had this conversation. It was Paolo who said it to me. Let's go through the comments. He said, Jay, can you not see the common denominator? Why is our football not getting any better? It's because of accommodating in the middle of the park for someone who does not belong in the middle of the park, especially if on one hand you're saying possession-based attacking football. It don't work. It don't mix. There's no fit at all. Like, it's killing me. No, I don't think Kudus was crap yesterday. I don't think he was crap. I think he done far too much defensive work because he had to. What else we got in here? Washing machine shook so hard, got a gas leak. Nice one. I hope that goes well, Brett. I hope that gets better for you. Yeah, Kez, it was a fantastic goal from Souček in regards to the touch, like the turn, the finish. This is what I mean. This is why it's such a contradiction. Like, I find it really difficult because, you know, again, I've got nothing against Souček. And in that position, what a player he can be. Yeah. But what about the other 80 odd minutes of the match? This is my point, is if you look, as I read out the statistics at the beginning of this game, right? We're playing Everton. We're playing against David Moyes, who we know he's not a possession-based, well, he wasn't for us in however many years. He's a defensive-minded, try and grind out a 1-0, catch on the break sort of manager. He's done it for years. He's done it for pretty much anyone he's ever coached, right? But yet, we go into that game, right? And even if we're not playing a striker, so we're not playing a striker, so we've got two attackers, Kudus and Bowen. So straight away you're thinking, right, so surely then we're not going direct. We must be trying to play through them or play around them, because we're not put a focal point up front to hit long with counter-attacking style football. No. We're set up then possession-based. Yet 54% possession to Everton. There is something seriously wrong. There is something seriously wrong with West Ham at the moment. And Potter is a part of this problem. I don't give a monkey's what anyone says. Yeah, the players are too. But the players, you know, there's got to be a captain. There's got to be a leader who puts drills into the training pitch that we're supposed to be seeing. Like, tell me what new stuff you've seen under Potter going forward. I don't want to hear this, we're harder to beat bollocks, because no matter what, we're still minus 16 goals after him being in charge for 9 games, isn't it? It's 9 games, 3 defeats, 1 loss. Sorry, 3 defeats, 1 draw, 5 losses. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. and we're still minus 16 goals. That's a fact. So all this we're harder to beat, something ain't adding up. Something is seriously off with this. Anyway, what else we got going on in the chat? Was well taken, Kez, but relying on 5 minutes from him whenever. Right, that's my point, Frog in the Well. Thank you very much. Yes, top goal scorer for us as well. That shows us how crap we are, Kez, going forward. That shows us how much lack of ambition we've got because, and I'll say this, we're not even playing a striker. What is going on with Ferguson? What is going on with Ferguson? I went back and watched Potter's interview when he spoke about why he wanted Ferguson in, and he said he's ready to play. He actually said he played. Yeah, he's ready. He played for Brighton in the last match, but what's gone on since? What's gone on since? And if he's injured, why not come out and say he's injured? That's why. Because as fans, surely we deserve to be given something. Because the problem's obvious. It's not me just sitting. I've watched loads. What I did do when I watched the different. But by the way, shout out to all West Ham channels as always. Shout out to you all doing a fantastic job. Keep up the good work. I'm still a massive fan. I look at the comments. People are saying the same thing as I am. Like, what's going on? What is going on? People are losing patience with Potter as well. How long do we give him versus Hoolan? Is it just because Hoolan was Spanish and he was a bit more ignorant? And Potter's also clever. He's such a clever guy. That's all I'm hearing. He might be a clever guy. But being a clever guy has nothing to do with coaching a football team and getting results. It's a results-based business. And not just that, it's an entertainment business. At the minute, since Potter's been in charge, when have we been entertained? Arsenal was good. I like that because, but then again, if you look at Arsenal, what Arsenal was a really good David Moyes performance. Remember them times when through that COVID season when Moyes was that's when we was playing really good. Like it was low block, but the counter attack was banging. It was working. Like Moyes did have that in the locker. We all enjoyed that bit of Moyes. Don't lie, we did. I did as well. But what have we seen change under Potter? What have we seen that you go, like I said, bearing in mind, he's been in charge. Everyone keeps saying, how long? Oh, you've got to give him time, Jay. How long? 9 games, but how many weeks? Remember, we've had breaks. There's been a couple of week breaks in between where he's had the players. When are we actually going to see the result of Potter's influence on style of play? Because again, you give me a game, someone where you say, oh yeah, that was what Potter did. Other than we're harder to beat. That can't wash anymore. Surely we're still not holding on to that one. People saying our defense is better. Yeah, we 10 players behind the ball. Yeah. Hello, Dougie. Shout out to Dougie. Shout out to your Juju. Loads of love and good health there. With the players we have, I missed what you said before that, Dougie. Please feel free, people, either to call in as well or leave a message for me to play out. And I've got to check my phone just in case anyone has yet. I miss your previous claret jock straps. Oh, mate, don't. He's our top scorer in a squad that has a -6. This is what I mean. Thank you, Frog in the Well, mate. You're seeing it, I'm seeing it. There's no statistics positive enough at the moment to overshadow how crap we are. There's none. And the fact that Thomas Souček is our top scorer this season, when we've got the likes of Kudus, Bowen, who else would I put out? Obviously, Jimmy's injured. Paqueta, like we've got players that are supposed to be scoring goals. Now, them players ain't crap players. It's not as if they're missing opportunities either. They're just not getting them. We're just not playing the type of football where your Kudus and your Bowens are getting 2 or 3 chances a game. They should be getting 2 or 3 chances a game. I don't give a monkey's what anyone says. Players like that, with the amount of potential ball players we've got in midfield, Soler, you can say, oh, yeah, he's not shown us nothing. He's still a better ball-playing midfielder in the centre of the park than Souček going forwards. Yeah? Paqueta, again, middle of the park. He's still a ball-playing midfielder, much better than Souček going forwards. Why are we not creating chances? Why are we not? Is it just lack of ability? Is it then we're saying we've got Soler, PSG, like big boy player? done a lot in his career. Paqueta, Kudus, Bowen. Aren't these all really good, creative attacking play? Why aren't we creating chances? Why are we relying on a non-attacker to pull us out, to save us all the time? Like, is that what it is? Stick him on and just hope that this is one of the games that he does score. Because I stand by it, people. He doesn't score way more than he does score. So, yes, great goal yesterday. But what was you doing prior to? After the goal, he played much better. He did. He got more involved in the game. But please tell me, from a central midfield perspective, what did he do prior? And JWP. Kez, didn't think it was as shit as people said compared to somebody. I was not sure you was talking about there, mate. Having a degree in psychology doesn't score goals. Exactly. I'm getting fed up with this as well. Everyone talking like, don't get me wrong. I had one fanboy moment where I watched his Irons cast, which is a fantastic Irons cast with James Collins and the fella that hosts it. And he spoke. It's like someone said, it's like Nobe said to him, right, Potts, go on here and say this stuff. Youth, football fans, West Ham fans being, knowledgeable, knowing how to, what we expect. He said all of that stuff. But we ain't seen none of that. We ain't seen none of it. Yes, we seen Skulls come in. Personally, I don't know why Skulls was dropped yesterday. I don't know why. You say, I'll give Emerson a run out, but Skulls has been on form. And if he has a little dip at being a youngster, like, was it the last game people said he wasn't as good? No one was great against Newcastle. He weren't the worst player. But at the age he's at, considering that Emerson's on his way out with age and potentially he's looking to go back to Juve, why not put him back in and show him? I would have rather seen Skulls start. To be honest, I love Emerson. I wasn't happy to see Emerson starting. I thought, no, don't do that to Skulls. Put him in, if anything, and then swap him at half time even. But keep that momentum. So, yeah, he's brought in one youth player. One. He played Alford for a bit. Which brings me on to another massive issue I've got now, and this is really starting to irk me. Guilherme. What is going on with Guilherme? Guilherme's going to go somewhere else, and it's going to be one of them, just another one where we go, yeah, see, like, we didn't give him an opportunity. We didn't give him a chance. It's a joke. Right, what we got? Michael, spot on. Yes, bang on. We only had to have 3 pops at goal yesterday to improve. Exactly. That, how terrible is that? Just 3 shots at goal, knowing that would improve our stats. But like I said, we're still at the bottom. Still at the bottom. James, the players ain't good enough. Yeah, Doug. I'll tell you who's not good enough. JWP and Souček in the midfield. And that's not me. It could be whoever was in our midfield this season thus far, whoever was in our midfield, playing statistically how we've performed with stats to back it up, I would say, yeah, none of them are good enough. In the centre of the park, where games are won and lost, we have been under par, not just this season, for quite some time. Since Declan, actually, that's when, since Dec was here, and it just showed you how powerful of a player Dec was. He was 2 players in one. Because we've got nowhere near close to even lacing his boots in a replacement for him. No one has come near him. Who else we got here? Does Sky only get a start when Crest? Mate, again, I was just saying that, Mikey. I don't understand why he put Emerson in. I don't understand why he put Emerson in that game. Like, there's nothing in that lineup that we played like, well, all right, he's put Emerson in to accommodate for this, or there was nothing. There was nothing. He's just lodged Skulls for whatever reason. Yeah, and for me, I think once the youngster comes in, keep playing him. Keep within reason, obviously, but keep playing him to build that momentum, so that he's no longer, that novelty's worn off. He's now a first-team player. He's stepping on the pitch knowing, yeah, I belong here. That's what I think with youth anyway. What else we got here? 10 men about not winning attack. Shout out to you, mate. Good to see you. I think our players aren't good enough. Bad signings. We are worse than under Moyes. Terrible to watch. This is a good point. See, I'm glad you said that, because I said this earlier to someone. I didn't want to put that as a title, because I thought everyone's going to start saying, oh, you're just flip-flopping. I think right now we are worse yet again than we was when we was playing under Moyes in regards to attacking. attacking. Oh, and in fairness, our stats in defence, we're still minus 16. Potter's been in charge for 9 games. We're still minus 16 goals, right? So all that, he's shored us up at the back. He's made us harder to beat. Played 9, lost 5, drawn 1 and won 3, right? Go and check out Hulan's stats. We are not on some upward trajectory. So it's gone that. And when it was Hulan, no one was really saying about the players then. It was all Hulan. It was all Hulan. And I stand on that. I still think it was more Hulan. And now I think it's more Potter. I'm not blaming. Yeah, some of the players are under par. I agree. And I'm highlighting 2 of the biggest weak points in our team at the minute, which is the centre of the puck. That is not the position on the pitch that you should be saying. Not 1, but 2. 2 of your players that fill that central point are both under par. And they are. They're both under par. They're both too slow. They're both not progressive, forward-thinking, play on the turn quick players, which you need in that position. So, yeah, we're considerably lacking in that. And I agree. At the minute, we're worse. What was it? 28? Is it 28 games? Is it 28 29 games? We're sitting 16. The thing is, this year's a funny year. This season's a funny season. Who's below us have just been so shit. But yeah, if you watch, they still play a more entertaining. When I watch Match of the Day and I watch them other teams, I'm still thinking, do you know what though? They're still playing better football than us. We're just scraping by it because, funnily enough, we've got better players than them. There's just teams in the league at the minute where they are championship players, championship teams. That's why they're at the bottom. But I mean, I think we're something like 17 points off of relegation. So that's not a fear for us. But this goes back to my argument, which I still felt, because this is what I was screaming under Lopetegui. I was so pissed off about. As a fan base, are we accepting mediocrity? Because right now, we're not even mediocre. We're below. We're below mediocre. Defense and attack. We're below in both. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Why isn't Potter finding out if... Right. Again, what is going on with that poor kid? Like, do you know what? At this stage, I'd rather just hear, do you know what? He's gone. Guilherme's gone. And good luck to him. Wherever he goes, he's got such a bee in his bonnet about what West Ham done to him that he goes on to thrive and become... Like, in Brazil, I was listening to a podcast and there was... what was the podcast? Really good. I just shouted it out. But he's still considered... Right, even though he's not been, and like in Brazil, they think West Ham are a joke because he's still considered to be the future of Brazilian football. Why is he not getting a sniff? What's that message? Shocking. Right, let's have a look. Dougie boy, what are you saying, Dougie? James, the season's right. Mate, do you know what? The funny thing is, it is a write-off now. It is a write-off. And when you're saying planning for next year, this is me. What's the plan? Because surely planning for next year, we should be seeing the style of football, Dougie, now, even if the personnel, it's not the right personnel. Surely, because I was listening to shout out to Russie B, and he was talking about it. He does a really good youth show as it goes. So shout out to Russie B and all these works at West Ham. I always get it wrong. Anyway, whichever channel he's on, he does all the good shows about the youth. And you're talking about the youth, the system they're playing throughout the youth academy, which they're all playing, right? So throughout the youth academy, they're all being drilled 3-4-3. It's the 3-4-3 system. It is forward thinking, progressive football. That's what they're playing. That's all. And again, our academy are still doing really, really well, right? Really well. They're winning more than they're losing. So they're doing something right at that level. Yeah, at that, I understand. Your academies, yeah, I understand. That's what I'm talking about at academy level. In the first team, at this stage, Doug, right? We're saying we're planning for next season. Surely then what we should be seeing, more than anything at this point, is what the manager's doing. That's what I want to be watching that team and thinking, I can see what he's trying there. I might not have had the player to do it, but I see the plan. In that last game against Everton, what style of football was we playing, people? Someone tell me. Was it counter-attacking? Was it progressive, possession-based progressive football? Tell me what you saw. because I saw yet again nothing, absolutely nothing in that sense. It's like we're supposed to expect some magic one to change everything over summer and don't use this dead period to learn. Right. And this is the thing, Frog. This has become a dead period because of the way we're playing. This should be a prime period now because we've got fuck all to lose. We're not going to get relegated. We've got, is it 9 games left, I think, 17 points off of relegation. That's not a fear. So this should now be, right, do you know what? Bring in even more youth. Why not at this stage? Because one thing I want to see, which surely Potter must be watching the game and he gets access to way more. I'm having to go on something. By the way, people, if you ever want to find statistics to see when you've watched the game, I always think, right, is that just me or do I need to go and have a look? There's something called Copilot. If you've got a laptop or anything and you've got Microsoft on your laptop, download Copilot. It's brilliant because you can just type in. That's what I did. That's what a lot of these channels do as well. Just type in whatever you want to get. Like I can get all Thomas. I got Thomas Souček's stats prior to the goal and after the goal. Have a look at that. It just shows you what a goal does for someone. So anyway, if you look at the statistics of the way that we've been playing football, you'll see that in the centre of the park, just like all of us have been screaming out for, we've got nothing. We've got nothing in there whatsoever, and it's due to lack of pace. We don't get nothing in midfield. We're not quick enough to get to the ball in fucking midfield. That's our problem. JWP and Thomas Souček, they can't get near players quick enough to start building up some. Oh yeah, we're overturning play in the centre. We don't do that. We don't do it. And even if you look at the way we play out from the back, we still bypass our centre midfield because we know. Don't get me wrong. If JWP drops all the way back, but then you're losing the man in the centre of the midfield then to then pick the ball up to try and hoof, play a diagonal or start some sort of transitional play. But then we're a man light. Then we've only got Thomas Souček in that position, which no one's going to pass to him. If you watch Bowen, start watching Bowen when he's got the ball and Souček's available. Watching that live, you can see how frustrated he was getting. Right. Guilherme must be doing something wrong in training, Loppy. Mate, it's weird, isn't it? It's weird. This kid is meant to be, like I said, still in Brazil. If you listen to any Brazil, type into YouTube, any Brazilian podcasts around football, around their youth, he's still seen as the next big thing there. There's some guy, what football club's he on? I should write this stuff down. I listen to it and I get frustrated and I think I should write it down, but I don't. But there's a guy he owns a couple of teams. He actually owns one outright in Brazil. I think he's Flamenco even, the one with a bit of dough. But then he's got shares in others. And he's desperately trying to get Guilherme out of West Ham back to Brazil because they see him as such an important part for their national team. That's Brazil's national team. That's how much they value him. And we stick him on the bench and we put Danny Ings in front of him. We had Gary Newman and Tim. Not one player has made the grade. Newman was at City. Delap, Rodgers and Palmer all missed out on. Horrible, isn't it? Iggy goes pop. Hi, Jay, and welcome back. Do you think that there is something dodgy going on with the Guilherme? Mate, this is what I'm saying. Thanks for being here as well, Iggy. Please subscribe to the channel if you ain't already. Mate, I don't know. I was saying this on another show. There's nothing worse, isn't it? Like at your club, don't get me wrong, this might be the innocent child in me, but you don't want to see corruption in your club. You don't want to think like, what's going on? Like, why is that not like what's going on behind the scenes? But for me, Guilherme, the only thing I can link it to is the Steiden link. Steiden spent 25 million on an 18-year-old. Yeah, it's seen as a risk and everything. But when he bought him, all of us were talking, oh, that's brilliant. That shows the nature of the club now, the progressive forward thinking, blah, 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 blah. And then we're just mullering him in his confidence and sticking him on the bench. I don't get why that kid ain't getting a look in. When he has come on, I said it every time, he don't look worse than what we got on the pitch. He definitely doesn't. And he looks a hell of a lot different in regards to the dynamism of how he plays. He's got pace. He plays forward. He's got that young mentality still where he's not being corrupted by shitty low blocking football. Get rid of those. Don't want to be here. I agree, mate. James W. Is that JWP you're after meaning there, mate? Your eyes are better than stats. Yeah, mate. They are, but this is the thing though. I often think, because I still stand by, I still say our biggest problem at the moment is Thomas Souček, and it's not. It's just the name of a man who plays in a position that fucking. I've sworn. Sorry, Kez. I was doing so well, Kez. I've only sworn twice, so I said the S word for poo, and I've just said that once. So that'll be it, Kez. I promise you. When you've got someone in the middle of the park that completely, it's like we play for Thomas Souček. When he's playing, the type of player he is, we have to so heavily dictate our play around him. And it's not even, you might not even think, oh, they're not playing that. But subconsciously, that's what we do. That's what we do, because we can't play the type of football that we want to play. When he's playing, you can't. He's the antithesis of what it is we're told that we should be expecting. Newcastle won up, very sad when your most famous fans are and Dick. We're back. We put in Ings and not Glurmy is a sin. Yep, absolutely. There's definitely something shifty about not using Glurmy. He's a talent worth taking. Mate, I don't get it. I do not get it. That poor kid. That poor kid. Like, watch. And again, if you ain't, and I know this doesn't tell the whole story, but if you want to remind yourself, go and type it. And in fact, what's happened is, if you find on YouTube that someone's put almost, I reckon some Brazilian who's gone, right, you know what, let me show you what he's all about. Go and watch the kid's highlight reels. Look what he can do. And you might say, yeah, it's not against the Premier defense. Yeah, but even if he tries to do that, we ain't got a player in the team that's trying to do that at the moment. More money in the Kez is twice. I think that's really good. I've not said the C-bomb once either. I've not said Jeremy Hunt once. So I'm doing good, Kez. So you'll have more clips on this, I'm sure of it. Right, what we got? I'm going to ring in and debate Souček. Mate, you ring him whenever you want, Dougie. Jay, have you left Claret Booth? Yes, mate. I have. We parted ways, and we've got myself, Kez, who's in chat as well, Louis and Sam. We've got this West Ham channel, that West Ham channel. So please, Iggy, we're really struggling as well, Iggy, because without going off topic too much, I'm going to bring it up because you've asked the question. Someone botted our channel. In fact, they botted 2 of our channels. So when you get botted, what happens is, if you're a new channel, YouTube does the nice thing of saying, oh, hello, that West Ham channel, let me help you out to try and grow your channel. But then as soon as you get botted, and for the record, someone had to pay money, this is how spiteful this is, to actually get false subscribers to our channel and false likes, which YouTube picks up on the algorithm, and then it restricts our shows. So, yeah, real pain in the ass. So, yeah, Iggy, not with Claret Booze anymore, over here. Be lovely to get more people over. If they're not aware, spread the word, mate, because we're trying our best over here at the minute. I don't know what Souček has on the club. He's got a goal. He got a goal doing something he could do off the bench easily. Wonder, are you in the right place? Time to spin off. Yeah, that's it. I really don't. I don't know. I really don't know. Claret Boobs. That's indeed. Yeah, people, and you're just frustrated as West Ham fans at the minute. Like, I don't feel any different. We're now, from the start of the season, 2 new managers. We had a new one come in at the start of the season thinking, no, it can't be worse than what we had before. It turned out it was worse than what we had before. And statistically, currently, Potter's no better. He's no better. And he's Potter. You've got to give Potter time. I just think I'm going to play the race card. You're only saying that because he's English. Because when it was Potter Hoolan, the Spaniard, everyone was on him. He didn't interview well. And he was an horrible kid. Don't get me wrong. I wanted him out for so many reasons. But at the minute, Potter has not improved our team. Oh, we're harder to beat. 16th in the league, minus 16 goals. You can stick that, you're harder to beat up your backside. Oh, we're more shored in defence. All right, cool. But I thought, being a coach, you're not supposed to just improve defence. I thought you were supposed to improve the part of the pitch where you win the games, where you put that round bit of leather in the back of that glorious net. We're not doing that, and we're not getting better. In fact, we're going backwards, going forwards. No problem. Subscribe. Shout out to you. Nice one, Iggy. Really appreciate it, mate. Thank you very much. Iggy Pop, I'm the passenger. I know. I love that. If I was Potter, I'd be calling Mark and saying, "Give me what you got." It's a joke, isn't it? And Mark Noble there, I'm assuming you're talking about. Potter, at least we can understand. Yeah, this is the thing. This is literally what Potter's got in his favour at the minute. The truth is, the bar was so low that when Potter walked in, he really, all he had to do was give a good press conference, and we've gone, "Wow, yeah!" I did. Don't get me wrong. I weren't a fan for a bit. Then I watched that Irons cast, and I was all sold. I was, oh, he's so clever, and he's saying all the right things. Silly sausage, Jay. I've sorted that right out now. I'm assessing the games for what they are, and if you look at game by game since Potter's been in charge, statistically, we're getting worse. We're getting overall statistics. We're getting worse. Don't believe me? Go to either ChatGPT, go to Copilot, go to any AI and type in, compare statistics from Julian Lopetegui, first 8 or 9 games, to Graham Potter, 8 or 9 games, and you go, oh, didn't realise that. What else we got here? Potter. Shut that was Mikey. You'll always be alive on this channel, son. Potter's biggest fraud since Charles Ingram coughed his way to £1 million. You got the best one-liners, Mikey. I need you to help me out with the old thumbnails again, mate, as well, by the way. Potter got the defence better. He needs to get all his own players in, and that's going to cost a lot. You'll need right, Mike. He has made the defence better, right? Now, so let's class. Obviously, the back five. AWB, Kilman, or put Mavro in. Mavro, Todibo, Kilman, Skulls. Let's put that. Forget Emerson and that for the minute, right? And then Alvarez, right? So that's 6. I'm saying that's the defense. Now we're saying about he's not got the players, but look what he has got at his disposal currently, right? And let's remember, Crescendo Jimmy wasn't like injured when he first came in. What he has had is Jimmy. I know he's injured now, but please bear with me on this. Jimmy, Bowen, Kudus, Paqueta, Soler. When he first came in, obviously, Antonio. Obviously, we know what happened. He got injured. Fulcro. Again, I understand he got injured, right? But bear with me what he had, right? And who else? Danny Ings, all right? I'm not putting in JWP or Souček because they're not attack-minded players. Guilherme, right? We're saying he's not got the personnel, but what he's got available, even in the last match, yeah, is right. He's shored up the defense, yeah, brilliant. You've still got at your disposal Paqueta, Kudus, Ferguson, Bowen, Soler, right? That's 5 players that would get into, all 5 of them would get into all of the teams above us. Soler, I'll put at the bottom of those 5. He'd get into the teams above us. There's other teams in the Premier League that are doing better than us that not only would he get into, we'd probably play a game which actually was more to his strengths because he's an attack. Watch his real. He's an attacking player. That's what he does. He was a goal-scoring midfielder. He scored goals all his career from midfield. Paqueta. Remember, we're talking about someone that was going to Man City, someone that would, again, he'd get into the top 4. Bowen. Argument, he'd get into the top 4 currently in the league. Kudus definitely getting into the top 4. So when we're saying he's not got the players in, what he has got are players that would get into far better teams than us into their attacking lineups. So this is where, for me, that argument, it don't work. It really don't work. But again, please, people, tell me I'm chatting shit. The other thing I think about Potter, he's a bit too laid back. He doesn't make executive decisions. That's what I'm starting to feel now as well, mate, Brett. And you said that when we were chatting on WhatsApp, you said the same thing there. And I'm starting, he made a couple of decisions right at the beginning. Remember, he brought off Bowen, he brought off Paqueta in a couple of matches. It was like, oh, yeah, this is good. We've got someone. But he ain't done that since. There's not been any real shake-up. I remember Louis, shout out to Louis, saying, what I've liked about Potter, one game I saw 2 different formations. When was the last time we saw him? And think about Newcastle. There should have been a serious in-game change. Within the first 25 minutes, right, this ain't working. This ain't working. We can clearly see, because we can all see it on the telly, he's pitch side. He's hearing what the players are. Bearing in mind, the players talk on the pitch, people. It's not as if the players ain't talking to each other, sharing their frustrations as the game's going on. There's a lot we don't get to obviously experience. But I can tell you, someone who's playing football is on the pitch. You also letting the coach know. Like, fucking what's he doing? There's nothing up front. You're letting them know. So we can all see what's going on, but yet there was no change. Needs to be given until Christmas at least, Harry Potter. We do have a better defence, but his system needs legs all over the pitch. Yeah, we have got a better defence. But even then, people, remember how bad we were. It's not like, oh, when he first took over and said, oh, we're showing more grit. Grit should be imprinted in your freaking DNA when you're a professional footballer, especially when you're playing for West Ham. Like, grit, watch that Georgie Paris interview I done. Well chuffed about that. Name drop there. What he talked about the West Ham way, what he knew, he said, as a West Ham player, part of the West Ham way was all you knew was give everything. Even if you're having a bad game, your touch ain't coming off or anything else, you put everything in. You leave every bead of sweat on that grass with blood and all sorts. That way, when you walk off, you know the crowd are happy with you. Yeah? So showing a bit more grit, if that's where we've got to now, oh, yeah, this is good. We're showing a bit more grit. Bollocks. Bollocks ain't swearing, Kez. The dwarf and Lady Botox are not interested in employing a manager who will entertain the fans, as all they want is steady away football that keeps us just... Mate, it's starting to look like that, isn't it? It really is starting to look like that. It looks like we've just replaced one manager who does that just couldn't speak a word of English, with a geezer that's just really good at an interview, but it's doing exactly the same thing. And going forward, we're getting worse. Need an absolute machine in centre midfield. It goes without saying, doesn't it? Because that's what we lost in Deck, an absolute machine. And did we replace him? No, we absolutely did not. Harry Potter from Temu, he ain't no magician, only magic wonder is held his tail. Stop it. Love it. 2-0 up now. Shout out to Newcastle. Oh, Michael Blees. Hello, mate. Salute to you, sir. Missed you come in there. Potter at Brighton didn't concede many, but also they never scored many. Hope this is not our future. You're right, mate. The thing is, when he was at Brighton, he wasn't playing like he's playing now. Obviously, he was more established. And again, that came with time, maybe. But also, when he inherited Houghton, he came in for Houghton, isn't it? I always get his name wrong. He was at ex-West Ham as well, wasn't he? He came in for him. And the players that he got, if you look at the style they play, it was way more attacking than what he's currently doing at West Ham. And I just go back to anyone who says, yeah, but he's not got his players in. But the players he does have at his disposal, yeah, remember, he does the lineup. So, oh, yeah, we've got a back six. It's way more solid now. Remember, I'm including Alvarez in that back six. But yet you're still playing Souček and JWP in the middle of the park. That's two completely non-attack-minded players. Now you go, oh, no, but Souček scored. Yeah, when he's in the box, fair enough. But most of the game is not in the box, people. Most of the game is not supposed to be in the box. He's supposed to be generating ball-playing, transitional play, forward-thinking play in centre midfield. He's definitely not doing that. And JWP, he's not quick enough to do that as well. JWP works if you've got an engine around him to give him space. Then JWP will work. Because if you give him time on the ball, he'll ping a good pass. So he can actually play a bit of progressive football. But when you've got him next to Thomas Souček, don't. You can hear the players yelling on the pitch. Yeah, of course you can. God, 48 minutes already. Sorry, people. I was only meant to do a quick one, but thanks for the engagement as well, people, because it does help. Because I try to talk to my missus about this stuff. She tells me where to go. What was the point of loaning in Everton? Mate, again, people, this Evan Almighty loan, as you've called him, Mike, what a rick this is looking like at the minute. Like, and all the talk, that's the only player I want. This is Potter, as we want to get him in. That's what we need. And again, on paper, you thought, yes, of course it is, because we need a striker up front. We haven't had a striker. Remember, Mick, love him to bits. He's not a striker. We ain't had a striker up front for ages. And then he comes in. We're told at the time, yeah, he's played the last game for Brighton. He's ready to play. And then just as the weeks have gone past, I mean, how long did he get yesterday? How many minutes did he? He got less than 5. Am I wrong in saying that? I swear he got less than 5 minutes. Who felt confident we were going? Salud. Who felt confident we were going to hang on to that lead yesterday? Nope, not at all. Absolutely not at all. Evan Alshati. Thank you, Kez. Bollocks Saints Ferry. Thank you very much. Mikey, who would we take? The best lock performance or the best Potter one? That's a good question. The thing is, people, do you know what I just realised thinking there? You give me one game this season under any manager where you say we played well both halves. I can go to many one half of, oh yeah, that half against that half. That's it. Shocking. Sorry, Kez. I don't think it's poo. That's poo. Like, not one game where we can say first half and second half we played well. Oh, that's bad. That is bad. West Ham DNA is lost now. Chicken run. Oh, mate, don't. Yeah. That. Do you know what? I felt that in my soul. 10 men. That. And this is the thing. It's like everything about our club. Like, and don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm in Spain. You know, I feel a bit of a plastic hammer these days. But I do feel for those that are paying to go over there every week, that are getting up early to make that travel, to go through them stupid security checks, and then to then, you know, hope this week is going to be better. This week we might be singing as a crowd. All of these hopes, and every single game I've watched where we've been at home, at some point in the game, the commentators have said the atmosphere is very flat at Upton Park, Freudian slip, at the London Stadium. The crowd have gone quiet. It's very quiet. Can you blame them? Obviously, what they're seeing on the pitch. Benson Dean, shout out to you, sir. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe. We're only little. Give us the more. David Moyes in disguise, mate. The thing is, at what Moyes did, Moyes is better than Potter at what Moyes does. So, it's horrible to be in this position and be talking this way. I still can't believe it at this stage of the season. Who would keep at the end of the season? Who'd I get rid of? I'd get rid of JWP. This is easy. Sorry, Doug. It's easier for me to answer it this way. I'd get rid of JWP. I'd get rid of Souček. I wouldn't take, regardless of, even if Almighty came in now and started banging a few goals in, I still wouldn't keep him because they're going to ask for some stupid fee for him. I'd get rid of him. I'd get rid of Mavropanos. I'd get rid of either one or both the goalies. We have got some serious problems. We have got some serious spinal problems. When I say spine of the team, goalies not good enough now. Like, the distribution has to be better. We're supposed to be playing it out from the back with two goalkeepers that can't play it out from the back. Even that's ridiculous. And then in the middle of the park, like, the spine for me is the goalie, centre of defence, which is much better. Centre of the pitch, absolutely shit. And obviously up front, where we've got no one again. We've got no one. It's interesting to ponder, comparing Lot's most successful. Yeah, I know. Have a good think about that, because that's difficult. Newcastle under Loppy was our best performance this season. Good shout. Good shout, actually. Yeah. Loppy at Newcastle, best performance this season. Yep. Isn't that funny? Two people straight away have come up with Kulan. Our future midfield. Benson, you're killing me. Don't. Mate, I don't get it. I really don't get what this is with them two and the hold they've got over managers. I really don't get it, people. Biggest bottle jobs in the Premier. Yeah, absolutely. We are. And that, again, what a crappy label to have. But I agree. We're bottlers. We are absolutely bottlers. We go 1-0 up and our arse goes. We flap. And the deck must be happy. Bellingham, young brother at Sunderland, could be a good gamble. Mate, absolutely. Absolutely. We need something new. We need something new. Michael UK62, you've just cheered up this whole video. Go on, Fulham. Is there 2 strikers every week available, even if it's, yep, mate, absolutely. Absolutely. This is what I mean. And this is down to coaching. That is completely at his door. Kudus and Bowen, they're not 2 attacking players. They're not 2 strikers to play as a pair. When? And again, if this is what's being drilled on the training pitch, so let's stick with that for a minute, right? So he's played Kudus and Bowen. Is it 2 or 3 times on the spin? Someone in chat correct me. I think it's 3 times on the spin. He's done that, right? He started with Kudus and Bowen. Now, what do we know physically about both them players? Neither one of them are fucking tall. I've done it again. Kez, I was doing so well. Neither one of them are tall. They're both from the Shire, right? They're both Samwise Gandhis, the pair of them. What are they both really good at? Low centre of gravity, playing on the turn, both pacey, both strong. So in training, what drills are they going to be playing with them 2? Because they must be doing it in training. Again, that's just logic. They must be training in training with that setup, right? How are they playing? I guarantee you in training, they're not saying, right, we're going to start from the back, Areola, and you're going to hoof it up to Bowen and Kudus. I guarantee you they're playing through the ranks, through the pitch to get it to them, trying to get either a clipped ball, not a hoof, a clipped ball from midfield over the top or round the sides or along the floor through the middle for them to run onto, which is their game. So why are we not seeing that when they're playing in a match? Why aren't we seeing that style of football? Don't make no sense. He ain't as bad as Lonas Phillips. Do you know what, mate? You're right there. I don't think anyone can be as bad as Lonas Phillips, Dougie, but you bang on there. Jazz. I'll have a look at that after, mate. Is Evan Alshrighty not our 55th forward? Is that what it is? Wow. Do you know what? I've got to check that out, Mikey. Is that how many strikes? What's in the Premier League, yeah? Let's have a butch. Let's have a butch. Let's ask good old co-pilot. Oh, I'm there. Where's me screen gone? I'm checking this out, Mikey. Oh, Mikey. Since the start of the Premier League in 1992, while an exact count is challenging due to varying definitions of striker, that's poignant and relevant to West Ham, it's estimated that the club has signed over 80 forwards. 80 forwards. I could cry. What's the time? I've got to wrap this up shortly, people. Yeah, please like, share, and hit the like button, people, and subscribe. 10 watching and 10 likes, Jay. Thank you, Michael, mate. I'm famous, Mum. It's 10 people. Last time I enjoyed the West Ham game and top class thoughts was back in 2021 when we beat Liverpool 3-2 and when we had full nails, man. What a player. Get rid of Fabs and go for Pickford. Yeah, I'd take Pickford. As annoying as he is, I'd rather him be in my goal being annoying than against us. He's going to drive into 2 walls tonight. I'm with you. I'd play as many youngsters as possible. At least they would be bloody. Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm saying. If this is the so-called dead period, because we're not going to go down, why not now be imaginative, be creative? Why not put some more, put something in the centre of the park that can run? Just anyone. Just give them a go. Since Arsenal, we played 5-3-2. There you go. So that's the last 3, isn't it? Yeah, people. Ain't it hard to be I can't stand coming here making negative videos. I don't even think it's negative. I think it's been quite honest though. To sum up my thoughts on West Ham at the minute, I think our coach currently is severely underperforming on basics of being a coach. Starting 11, formation with a style of play. I put that at Potter's door. Do I then say that there's a lot of players in there at the minute that ain't pulling their socks up? Yeah. In the last couple of games, Kudus, I was having a right dig at him for a few games because he weren't trying, but he's really been trying. He's really been trying. So yeah, there is blame at the players' door. However, with our current style of play or lack thereof, with our current position in the league, this is on Potter because he came in. There was a lot of talk about from him about what he was going to do and what he was going to change and how he was listening to the fans. We're not seeing any of it. 80, yeah, mate, 80. Can you believe that? Literally unbelievable. Shane Potts is on loan. Yeah, thank God we got him coming back. Hopefully, he'll get in. He should be getting in the starting 11. It's all true. We are no better. Yeah. Needs to play Gloomy. Yeah, exactly. Don't ruin that young lad's career because of some weirdo stuff that's going on in the background. That kid's done nothing wrong. He's come here, dream move of his life, young man. Do you know what I mean? He's only a kid being pulled away from his family, and we're ruining him at the moment. Right, people, says come to that time again where I go all Jerry Springer. So there's only 8 of you watching. You can log off now because for the next minute, I'm just going to talk about something that has nothing to do with West Ham or football, and that's to do with health, mental health and physical health. So if you don't know that West Ham channel, what West Ham channel? That West Ham channel. We're part of another platform called My Safe Space. In the description of this video, there is a link if you want to see what My Safe Space is all about for a 10-day trial. If you're someone that is struggling with your mental or physical health, then please reach out. As much as I get on here and this is mental health therapy for me, being a West Ham fan. Outside of this professionally, I've been a coach for many, many years now. And I've worked with people with mental health issues, right up to people with cancer and everything in between. So we've got a wonderful platform where if you're someone who might just be struggling at the minute, might even just want a bit of advice, okay, reach out because you're not on your own. The worst thing, and especially with us blokes, is we say we suffer in silence. Don't suffer in silence. The truth is you never suffer in silence. Whenever we're suffering, it's the noisiest place in our world. It's just that no one else hears it because all the noise is going on in between our ears. Sometimes, in fact, every time, if you make a decision, you're brave enough to say, do you know what, I'm going to talk to someone about this. I promise you. And this is from someone who's had a full-on mental breakdown, and I've got as many skeletons. Don't think I'm trying to talk from a place of authority here. I am as messed up and as flawed as anyone else out there. Thankfully, I've done something about it. And over the last 10 years, I've helped other people help themselves. So if you're interested in finding a little bit more about the My Safe Space platform, please click the link in this video, in the description. What have you got to lose? 10-day free trial. If you don't like what's in there, you can just pull away from it. But you might find, like a lot of other people, that it gives you a bit of space for you to get away from everything else and find out some new information, new techniques that you might think, oh, I never really looked at that. But unless you've tried something, how do you know you don't like it? How do you know it's not for you? So please, people, have a fantastic rest of your Sunday. You have a fabulous, fabulous end to this weekend. Thank you for everyone that's engaged. Please like and subscribe to this channel. Shout out to my co-host, Kez, Louis and Sam. Shout out to everyone in chat. Wishing you all good health and happiness. And thanks very much. Have a good night, people. And I'm going to end the stream now. Again, thank you, everyone in chat. Really appreciate it. And we're ending.